Community Viewpoint.
Hello, welcome to Community Viewpoint. I'm your host for this segment, Maria Guerra. I'm so happy to be back, and we've got a new segment for you tonight with an awesome guest, Miss Christina Floyd from Nye Communities Coalition, and tonight we're going to talk tobacco. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining me via this Skype call.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So let's talk about the programs. I know there's several and there's so much information, and we'll try to get through as much of it as we can in the next 12 minutes. So I'm going to let you start where you want to start with the tobacco programs and the vaping.
Okay.
Vaping too, I think.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, we got to remember to include that now. Yep. My name is Christina. I'm with the Nye Communities Coalition here in Pahrump. I've been with Nye CC for about 7 years, and I work in their prevention and wellness department. So several of the grants that we have, the focus of them is tobacco and vape prevention and education. So that's kind of what I work on. Right now, I think we have like 3 or 4 different grants, because you have the adult tobacco use, you have the youth tobacco use, you have youth vape, you have policy, secondhand smoke, and so we get different grants that work on different areas of tobacco prevention.
So you mentioned policy. That was something I just recently saw that you were doing. Tell me a little bit more about that and how you're actually helping employers develop these tobacco policies, right?
Yeah, so Nevada has a Clean Indoor Act, which they've had for, I think, a little over 10 years now, and that is the law on tobacco use in indoor areas. But the way it is right now, it doesn't really cover other, like, out either entrances or exits of buildings. It doesn't cover like public places where youth are and things like that. And so what we can do is we can come in and help the business or the organization to create a policy. Say they didn't want, say they wanted to create a no smoking or vape within 25 feet of all of their entrances or exits of their building. They can do that. The public places, it's up to them, or I'm sorry, the privately owned businesses, we work with the Clark County Health District, and they kind of help us with the legal stuff. And so what they're telling us is that it's in a private business, so say like a restaurant, just like how they can create their own policy on, maybe telling somebody that they can't come in there if they don't have a shirt on or something like that, they can also create a no smoking, no vape policy, even if it's outdoors, which the Clean Indoor Act currently doesn't cover. So we come in and kind of, if they want to build upon their no smoking policies, and we can help them do that.
So they can just become public in the fight against the smoke. They can be proactive and just set policies in lieu of the lack of law, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. It can be up to them. Yeah. Yeah.
Really awesome. Tell me more about the youth vaping program.
Yeah, so couple different things with the youth. We have I know you might have been hearing about like the Tobacco 21 laws and things like that. So we have youth that are working on helping to educate people about that, about raising the age to purchase tobacco products to 21. And then another side, or another aspect that we're working on is vape, which includes e-cigarettes and Juul. They're all they're all an electronic nicotine delivery system. And that's one of our kind of like, actually in the month of June, we're trying to really promote the use of that. And I have my little statistics here. So in 2019, they did a survey of all of the United States, and they said that 27% of high school students reported that they had used vape products, and 10% of middle school students reported that they were using the vape products. And that's a pretty high percentage, especially since they had gotten tobacco use has been going down in youth, and then now with the new vape product, which both tobacco and vape both contain nicotine, they're seeing those high rates of use. And just kind of the message with the youth is, nicotine is still a drug. A young person's brain is still developing into their 20s, actually. And so if they start using nicotine in middle high school age, it is going to affect their brain development, and it can have long-lasting effects. And it could also turn into tobacco use. That's one of the scary things is, with vape being a new product, fairly new, they're still doing the studies on the harms and the long-term effects, but they don't know everything yet just because it hasn't been around long enough. But with tobacco, they for sure know, that it causes many chronic conditions and different cancers, and it's just very harmful to the body. And so kind of the fear is that these youth that are getting using vape, because there's nicotine in vape, that they could switch over to tobacco, which they for sure know the health effects, that negative health effects of that. And so that's kind of,
I was going to say, is trouble with their lungs too, the young lungs?
Yeah, so recently, kind of before COVID hit, there was a huge, they were having, how did they say it? It was a lung illness that was associated with people that were using vape devices. And it kind of, what they were finding out about it is that people were taking their vape devices and they were adding in different liquids to it. That was causing the lung illnesses and stuff. And but that was kind of the overall, all these people that were coming in with this, strange lung illness, the common thing was vape, that they were using vape. So yeah,
So many things. So I liked how you pointed out that the studies are in on the tobacco, and we kind of want to head off this habit or addiction, head it off before it becomes a problem.
yes.
So I'm really liking this program. And do you guys go into the schools and talk about this?
We have a little bit. We would, love to go in more. Actually, one of the grants that we got, the main focus is to educate parents, teachers, coaches, school personnel, anybody that works with these kids. Number one, about the different types of products out there for vape, because there is a lot, and a lot of them look like things that you wouldn't think a vape looks like. The Juul, which was in the news a lot, you heard it looks like a USB drive. And so some of these people that are working with these kids, or parents of kids, maybe don't even realize that the kids are using the vape device. And so we educate on that, just telling them, what the science has found out about the liquid, and these are what they look like, so they can identify them. And then the second part is just talking to the kids about, the harms of it, and helping them quit if they want. They are seeing more of these kids that are addicted that do want to quit. It's expensive, for one, and you're young, you don't have a lot of money, and they're starting to feel the health effects of using it. So yeah, that's.
Well, I know that there's probably a lot of parents watching, and so can the parents call you and just obtain this information, just call and say, hey, I saw you on TV, or I saw your flyer. Can I call and get information? Can they just,
Oh,
can
yeah.
parents, okay, just give us your phone number.
Okay. It's 775-727-9970, and my extension is 238.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely want parents, right, to reach out and call you for this information.
Yes, for sure. And there's lots of different information out there to like how to have that conversation, because those kind of conversations can be difficult. And so there we have resources and pamphlets and just how to, how to approach your kid and ask them about that.
That's awesome. Love the coalition because you're so proactive and you really look out for the community. So like it's awesome. And we just have just under 2 minutes. So you also have information on other tobacco use for people if they just want to quit, right? There's a quit line, isn't there a quit line? And then you probably have more resources too.
Yes, yep. So there is a quit line. Nevada has its own quit line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. But they also, if somebody is interested in quitting, they can call that same number, the 775-727-9970. And my extension is 238. And we can do what we call a direct linkage. So I can like fill out the referral form and send it into the quit line. And actually right now the quit line can offer the nicotine replacement therapy. And so if a person is wanting to use that, which helps them quit, if they qualify, they can get that through them. So
that's awesome. It sounds like there's a lot of resources here in Nevada and here in Nye County and Pahrump, just to get the information directly from you so that parents can have those conversations with kids, so that people who want to quit can access that, and also for companies who want to access your help in helping with the policy. So thank you so much for coming on. This has been a wonderful, wonderful interview and great information. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And then let's have your phone number one more time before the 16 seconds run out.
Okay, 775-727-9970, and the extension is 238. And my name's Christina.
Thank you, Christina, Nye Communities Coalition. Good
Okay.
night. Thank you so
Good night. Bye, Maria.